are going to, they've been the ones who've done the violence, and now they're turning it around, and they are interrupting the violence, so to stop the violence in the streets. And it's so hard for them because, they're so conditioned to hate the other gang, and revenge is like a real motivation there. So we've been working with them on cultivating this kind of appreciation of how, remembering how they got to do the things they did. Most of them killed people. Remembering what brought them to that place, and then understanding that the others have gone through the same kind of process, and they need your love and support and care to break the pattern. So that's
wow.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you. Okay, so we definitely have some further questions if you'd like to continue. We're having a strange problem with the microphone and turning that on. It seems like it should work, but it's not. I'm going to try unmuting David Guyan, who has a question, and we'll see if we can proceed. David, I've unmuted your mic. If you'd like to give it a whirl and go ahead. Okay, I'll present David's question and hopefully we can get sorted out. But David has a good question, I think. It's a bit long, but I'll read it all here for you. Often, when those of us who come to compassion in action from spiritual practitioner backgrounds, its expression, the organizations we create, the service projects we manifest, seem to most often take the form of initiatives that are classically non-confrontative, non-political, and non-disruptive. Having mentioned Gandhi today, I feel inspired to ask you both, if Gandhi's admonition to honor the principle of ahimsa, to honor the principle of non-violence, whatever the action, service, or protest, if this admonition represents the only golden rule of compassion in action, then why don't we see much compassion in action that more directly confronts the more aggressive, dangerous, and obviously destructive aspects of our political, economic, and cultural structures? Art being center of compassion in action, sure, but is there not a place or even a growing need for a compassion in action with guts as well?
With guts.
Art and guts.
You take it, Ron.
With guts. Did you, Mirabai, did you fight those guys in Chicago?
Go ahead.
Gandhi was non-confrontive, and I think that you confront another person with anger and And with anger and you'll get it back. It's not compassion. It's not compassion. Because your actions will instruct. You're a mirror. If you come from your heart, the other person even will, if they are violent, they'll still recognize their heart. Recognize their heart. And that's mirroring. And just getting aggression or I remember when Gandhi told the people not to strike out, even though they were killed at the mines. And it was just terribly hard to not strike out. But Gandhi still was replying with their violence with the heart. I saw that, I said, it's a lesson. Because those people were not committed to life. They were committed to life and death. Yeah. Which is the soul. The soul, life, death, life, death, life. And somebody, a gun towards your head, it's their karma. It's their karma. It's your death, but it's their karma. It's a pretty interesting question. Pretty interesting.
We just have 5 minutes left. Would you lead us in a meditation? Want to?
Concentrate on your breath, either at the tip of your nose and your chest. Breathing in, breathing out. Stop thinking, but just keep the primary object in mind. Breathing, breathing. Now you let your breathing be compassionate. You're breathing in the love that you need. Out the love that the world needs. Just from your heart. Love out, love in. Namaste. Namaste.